Hey, before we start this video up, I just want to say, link down below and down in the pinned comments is gonna be timestamps for which part of the video you're definitely interested in. So, any part that interests you, please go down in the comments down below, and you can get straight to the part. So yeah, that's all I have to say, and now on to the video. Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is the bonus episode. Yep, we did the boss guide not too long ago. I released the boss guide. Now it's for the bonus part. And like I've said in the outro of the video, that this one will conclude two pretty tough sections in the game. And these two tough sections in my mind are the cabin fight and the first village fight. The reason I picked these two in particular is because both these sections can tend to be difficult on higher difficulties. Hence why I'm playing it on hardcore difficulty the same way I did the boss guide. And I'll definitely tell you guys tips and tricks when it comes to that one. And plus, get you guys as well the strong threats and how to deal with them. And at the very end, the last portion is going to be me tips and tricks, what you should do, what weapons should you be using a lot, what guns I would recommend, and what kind and how, to get an S plus rank. I mean, I can't really tell you how to what's the requirements, because if you go to the results screen, you can literally see what the requirements for a specific rank you want to put in or you want to achieve. So I'll tell you everything, guys. I'll tell you a lot of my tricks, how I do it. But yeah, that's really the intro. It's not really that much to say. I already said my intros. If you watch my boss guide, you already know the intros. And of course, I said in the earlier the video that there's timestamps in the description, in the pinned comment, timestamps to any part of the video you want. So yeah, that's basically it, and let's begin with the first village fight. So now we're gonna start up with our first ever. The first thing about the bonus video is the village fight. Yep, we start with the village fight, and this can be a difficult section at the very beginning when you play the game on hardcore or professional. This part can be very difficult, yeah, very annoying section, because at this stage you basically have basic handgun with the basic stats and the knife with the basic stats as well. You have a lot of health, and you have some healing items, but not too many. The game gives you. So the trick in this whole section is to go to the clock tower and just stay there to bring out the chainsaw guy. That's what we need to do. So this is our goal to do with this one. And what we'll try to do is sneak our way around and wait till the lady goes away. Lady Ganado goes away, and then you go to the right. And as soon as you touch a bit at the end of the fence, you can start running, so the enemies will not, and I'll run right now. Yep, right now I'm running. So getting the stuff, and I got a hand grenade right here, which is pretty dang good. Like the RNG guys with me today on that day, basically. So that's pretty cool. So get a red herbs, we got some healing items, we got some stuff. That guy will always spot me no matter what. We'll spot you no matter what. So get a hand grenade here. If you don't get one in that box, you'll get in here. Dead Barrels always has a hand grenade. It's always there. It will never change. And my amazing maneuvering skills, try to dodge away the enemies and go up the ladder. The trick is to not let it fall, let the platform fall, is to crouch and grab the herb and go backwards. As you can see it there. I grabbed it, I went backwards, and there you go. Go slowly, and there you go. Stay here. Well, here's the thing. You stay here until the chainsaw guy comes in. Once it comes in, by that point, a lot of enemies surrounding the clock tower. But normally what you should do is throw a flash grenade and throw a hand grenade right after. Well, let's just say, as well, why stay in this platform while you stay on the clock tower? Well, let's just say that did not happen. So yeah, it did not happen, which is really unfortunate. It's just a shame though, but still, I'm out with you. Yep, got him. So you have to kill, I think, a certain amount of enemies. And I recommend to reload your gun every time an enemy falls. Just reload. Load your gun, reload your pistol, and just keep going and going, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, to make things easier and not make it difficult, and just stay up here. Because if we go around and fight them, it would be a pain in the ass to deal with, and this could be a painful section at this stage of the game at the very beginning. So any moment we have the chainsaw guy appearing at any moment, I think, right any second now. Yep, there he is. So this has been chaotic, and look what I just did. I didn't even reload the gun, and I have to do a full-fledged reload that takes like fucking 10 years. And I fell off through, and thank God I survived all of that. I'm very surprised I survived all of that. Equip the flash grenade, throw it, and then throw the hand grenade into the clock tower. There's a bundle of enemies, and that will kill a lot. So now what we do is get in the house, grab basically everything, grab the shotgun, grab the hand grenade, and and basically what we need to do is grab basically everything and jump through the window that's gotta be not the first window to your right, the second window to your right. That window right there was there in the original. So you just kick the ladder, buy some time, grab some ammo, grab everything, go in here, and equip your hand grenade, and throw it over, throw it. But of course, the chainsaw lady is annoying me, and as soon as you throw it, you're killing a lot of enemies, and you end the part. So doing this method right here will make going through this part a lot easier, and you save you basically a bundle of ammo for your shotgun and other guns. And yeah, you don't have to kill a chainsaw guy, it's completely unnecessary. So yeah. Now comes the cabin fight, which I believe, in my own opinion, the hardest section in RE4 Remake. Is the exact same kind of like structure, but has a bit of differences, like the area is a little bit different, but to do how to pull it off is a bit different, basically. So I'm trying to say here is, so the first thing to do is get the wooden board and immediately board it the third window, next to the stairs, because this is going to be your spot. So I'm playing it the kind of almost identical to its original counterpart. However, here it's a bit tough, and plus as well, that goes to, again, the amount of the weapons that you have and all that kind of stuff. So this is another hard section here, and as you can see, Louise actually manages to kill off the parasite, which that was a bit of a bullshit part here. Me getting hit there. Enemies with torches, they really know how to hit you from a lot of distances. And shotgun's gonna be your best friend throughout this entire section of the game. And yep, the pistol's not gonna be too much because I upgrade the handgun's fire rate and reload. That's all I need to upgrade for, because the reload of this thing takes fucking ages to reload. So that's about the best way to do it. And this is the other section of the game that's going to be pretty difficult for other people. And the best thing to do is to stay here while enemies will drop the wooden boards, so you can barricade the other ones. And it's going to be, of course, there's an upstairs portion, but once we boarded all of the windows, always stay in the bottom floor. It's just much safer, because going up is way dangerous. And my original method is to go to the top floor, to the far right on the top floor where there was a balcony, and stay there until I kill all the enemies. Here, and I found that it was a bad idea because there's no room to get out of, and it's a very small space that you can easily get killed. So yeah, this part is very difficult. On easy and standard, on easy and normal are pretty easy segment, it's pretty fun, but on hardcore and professional, this segment is a nightmare to deal with. It is one of the harder sections in the game. I believe it's one of the harder sections of the game, and enemies tend to spawn a lot of parasites a lot more often, similar to the professional in the original game. So I popped the rifle by mistake. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to use the shotgun. So stay here. This is about for the safest area. It's basically between the stairs. Enemies will come in one direction. They will not go up the ladder at all and flanking you, because if you go up the top right here, there's a chance an enemy will flank you and become smart. And you gotta kick the enemies down and get some stuff. I got another one more. There's another one right there. I got way too many enemies. I could have just went around and went downstairs, but I think I did actually. Yeah, I did. So I went around, went down, and got the other board. Decided not to barricade the other ones. And I got caught. And I think Luis just has really saved me. And recommend using a shotgun. Hopefully you have a couple of shotgun bullets. But the thing is, this section is a bit tough because after this section you have to a mandatory fight against the Chainsaw Sisters, which another tough section, but it's not as bad. It's really easy. You have like a lot of space to maneuver when it comes to that section. It's not that hard. It's actually a much easier section than the this section here. It's actually a bit tougher. So here comes the second phase. We saw the cutscene with the ladders. It's better to stay this way. You go downstairs until it triggers the last. That's the second phase of the cabin fight. That's the third phase when the brute comes in. Now the brute is, to me, is the worst enemy when it comes to this area, and the brutes on professional and hardcore are some of the most painful enemies to fight, and it could literally kill you if you're not be careful with health, because an overhead swing could possibly kill you. Yeah, I'm very surprised here the parasite didn't even come in. With the plug, it didn't come in to kill me, so I have to use a flash grenade. I recommend saving it for the brute when he comes in, and when he comes in, it's better to kill enemies as fast as possible and going around, going from the bottom to the top to the bottom to the top as much as you can. I throw flash grenades because I can't be bothered to kill them. I literally said to myself I can't be bothered to just literally waste my shotgun bullets because I want to save it for once he comes in. I go in and kill and finishing off at least like 4 or 5 enemies to kill, and that will conclude the part. So here it is. It's the brute. This is where you need to pick up your shotgun. I have to pick up everything first. You get your shotgun and start blasting enemies in the head. As you can see, I'm trying to make some shotgun bullets because this is either you kill the enemies or the brute will kill you. It's your call. So you have to literally kill them and wait until he gets up fully. Once he gets up, just wait for it. Once you see him, go down. Immediately go down. He will start doing his spin attack. And if you get caught, there's a high % chance he's gonna follow up with the overhead that could kill you instantly, because the swing can kill you. And yep, the parasite's gonna get me, and thank God he did an overhead and missed. I could have died 100% there, but thankfully I didn't. So busted him his head. If you have a flash grenade, recommend using it and try to kill him off if it's possible, but I don't recommend kill him. Just kill off all the enemies around the area, and that's pretty much it. Just go around in circles in this segment. Just go around in circles, shoot him in the shotgun, and don't be in my health. My health is pretty low, and it's not a good idea. I recommend healing, like use a green herb mix, an herb mix, or a green herb to have this bit of health. Because with this amount of health, if he swinged at me, if he overhead me, I'll be dead. 100% I'll be dead. So yeah, I remember dying so many times on this segment on hardcore and professional. I died so many times. It's one of the most infuriating segments in the entire game, in my opinion. And because of the amount of enemies, look at this. I could have, and then it's about. If I stayed in one position for an extra second, he could have just killed me right there. So yep, he fell awkwardly. So I did this, and again survived. I got one more enemy, and that concludes it. So run around in circles. and try to keep your distance, and hopefully you can survive this absolute stinker of a fucking part. Yeah, it's an absolute stinker in my opinion. So now we're done with the area segment of the video. Now we're gonna get to the strong threat. Start with the dog. The dog, the strong threat dog. It'll be available in chapter 5, before the cabins, in the same chapter as the cabin fight, and you have to get a disposable camera to trigger him. So the trick is to throw his weight until he spawn in and he has a parasite. Throw a flash grenade at him and check him with a knife. And this is where you need to dump some shotgun ammo on the sumbitch. Keep your distance. The trick is keep your distance. Use the shotgun. Parry if he doesn't attack, because he has a lot more health. These strong threats are basically enemies that have double health and they're a bit more threatening and more have higher damage. And those ones will give you a lot. All of them will give you 8 spinels in total. So basically, like what? Basically 8. So basically you get about 20, like 27 or spinels, all of them combined, 27 in total, which is basically almost half of the amount you get in the entire game, I guess, which is a big amount. So distance, use some shotgun, use some rifles, you have some flash grenades, stun him, and get stunned, and use the knife to basically deal a lot of damage. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Distance, use the flash grenade at the beginning, do these stabs because it's going to be helpful. And sure enough, you can kill him. Pretty much, you can basically kill him. And of course, use a rifle if he's in distance, because your rifle's pretty much pretty strong at this point. Now, strong threat number 2, Golden Knight. Yep, the Golden Knight. The same knight you did the puzzle earlier, well, he's kind of a bit of a sub-boss here. And I don't do this, do this one that much, but if there's the way to do it is, recommend using hand grenade to stun the others. I'm trying to shoot him with that doesn't work at all. So now, trigger the fight. As soon as you get closer, throw a hand grenade and focus on the gold one. The gold one's a little bit stronger. Just try to shoot the head, shoot the helmet. That actually deals damage. And of course, throw a hand grenade. You throw a flash grenade, that deals some damage. Shoot his head. Continue shooting his head with the rifle, with the exclusive with the rifle. After that, his parasite will spawn in, and then throw a flash grenade or use him with a rifle, whatever gun you need to use, and kill him. He's easy to kill. You gotta be really careful for the other knights to back him up. Sometimes they tend to be very annoying, so I had to end up the other ones, be a part of it. And you get 8, so you get a good amount, and you get of course a gold diamond, which is one of the most highest valued regular treasure in the game. Almost highest value treasure next to the blue baron, the red baron. So yeah, is pretty good. So best trick is rifle his head, use a flash grenade just to stun him a little bit, have some bit of distance, and yeah, just all you do is keep distance, use the rifle. Hope you got the exclusive by this point, and if he close, use shotgun to stun him off. So yeah. It is actually much easier than the dog. The dog is a bit tougher. Here's a little bit easier to do because you have stronger weapons, basically. Now for the final strong threat, the Iron Maiden. This is actually the hardest one. They saved the hardest one for last. This one is a bit of a pain and it can be chaotic if you know what you're doing. This Iron Maiden, the thing about this Iron Maiden is he is much faster and hit harder. That's basically the whole thing. And oh yeah, the Golden Knight is basically faster and hit harder as well. So yeah, and he can be quite of a pain in the ass to deal with. And yep, this whole fight was a mess. All I have to do, all I suggest to do is either, this is optional by the way. All these are optional sub bosses, but I do them just because people maybe they want to say, hey, how do you beat this one? Is it an easy way? Well, yeah, that's kind of an easy way to do it. So, I would suggest you avoiding this one. Out of all the ones you should avoid is this one, because by this point, you're basically nearing the end of the game at this point, so it's completely optional to do this one. Do the knight and do the dog one. Don't do this one. But I just do it just because, hey, why not? So I did the other two. I was like, yeah, I'll do this one as well. Why as well? I rarely done this one. I don't do this one because I hate fighting regenerators in this game. The regenerators in this game are a pain in the ass to deal with. Running around the areas, pick your shots in with the rifle, and yeah, that's all you gotta do. Just keep your distance against them. And yeah, it's one of my... I'm not a big fan of this fight. I highly suggest you basically avoiding this fight at all costs. It is really not worth it. It's completely not worth it at this stage, unless if you want to get the golden, if you want to get the exclusive for the 40 spin out exclusive, well, you can do it. So I shot him, and yeah, I got hit, and then I shot him, so yeah. And conclusion, just skip this one. Don't skip this one, but if you want to kill him, then do it on your own risk. Now, for the final segment of this bonus episode is tips and tricks. How you get through the game on hardcore, like how you get through it, or how you get an S+ rank. What's recommendation, what you need to do. If you want to do it, and this is, by the way, doing it in a legitimate way without using, any of the bonus items, no primal knife, no Chicago sweepers, no hand cannons, none of that stuff. Even though the hand cannon is much more easier to obtain nowadays. So first things first is I would recommend to you to first unlocking the Ashley armor outfit. It's much better to have this outfit because the last thing you want is actually getting dropped down every single time. That's one thing I would recommend you first to do, and to do that you have to beat the game on hardcore with an A rank. So I recommend to load up a clear save data and go through the game, and eventually you'll get it. So you'll get it, and it's much better, and that's why I think, in my opinion, it'd be a better idea. Number 2, focusing on the shotgun and the rifle. If you've seen my boss guide and this current guide I'm doing in, which is basically the battles, you know that I have been upgrading the shotgun and the rifle a lot, because these are the two weapons you're going to be needing to get through the game faster. Shotgun to clear out enemies or to push away enemies to go through, and rifle for killing bosses. This is basically your long range killing enemies / your boss killing weapon. Yes, the boss killing weapon, because these are the two weapons that I use. And if you want to know specifically which weapons you should use, I highly recommend getting the Blacktail and buying the rifle. These are the only two weapons in the game that you have to get a purchase, and at the end the rocket launcher just for Sadler. So 3 weapons in total you need to buy. One at the very start of the merchant, the second is when you start going to the castle section, and of course the shotgun, you get it immediately in the first level. That shotgun is one of the strongest shotguns in the game. Upgrading that shotgun will be helpful a lot. Once you get that exclusive, it is a beast of a gun and could literally do a dent on the enemies, as well as bosses as well. You see me getting through with Krauser. It's really good. Number 3 I would do is completing every single village side quest except for the egg one. Do all of them. Outside the egg one, the golden egg side quest, do all of them. Do the dog one. The dog one will give you a lot of them. Do the dog one. Do the fish one. The medallions. Do all of them. But at that stage, once you do the first castle, the second castle merchant, the exclusive ticket will be available. And the weapon I recommend to do the exclusive is the rifle. Upgrade that rifle straight away. Get that freaking exclusive for that thing, because that thing will be a lifesaver. It will help you get through most of the sections, especially in the Ashley. Have to protect Ashley from the Ganados when she had to pull the levers. That is a amazing weapon to use and to utilize. This is to be your weapon, basically your best friend. This is your magnum. You don't need a magnum, by the way. It's optional if you want to get a magnum, but I don't recommend it. I recommend saving up your money. Save up your money. That leads me to like what? This is like number 5, 5 or 4. So number 5, you need to know which treasure has higher value to combine. You need to. The best thing to do is to when you check the treasure, you press the square button. It will tell you the combination that gets you the highest value. That right there will show you how much money you can accumulate. The more money you get, the better, because on professional and hardcore, both the prices between normal mode and hardcore and pro mode together is ×2. So it's double the pricing. So the good thing about this, the upgrades are not double in price. They're back to they're still in their original prices. That's one of the best things, so use that one. Another thing is upgrading the knife's durability, and that's only the knife durability is the only thing you have to upgrade. You don't have to upgrade the power. It's unnecessary. Upgrading the durability. The higher your durability for the knife, the better. That's why you see me like most of the time having a bunch of kitchen knives and boot knives, because all I do is using the combat knife, in a much better way. Perfect parries, practice perfect parries against regular enemies. That's kind of a bit optional if you want to do that, so it's optional. So, and yeah, I think that's basically all I do. And once you and the other exclusive, if you can manage to get the 40 ticket, get the shotgun upgrade. Once you get that, you'll be golden throughout the entire game. And of course, another trick, which is a very important trick for people who want to get through the game, who want to get S+, is every time you die, quit the game, start the game, and then continue. You start the game, you go to the main story, you hit continue, the time will reset, because if you continue after you die, the timer will keep on going. So I would recommend to quit the game, hit the main menu, either load the game or continue the game, and the timer will reset to your previous checkpoint, and the game will reset you back to the previous checkpoint, and time will reset back to its where the last checkpoint you got originally. So highly recommend doing that trick. That is one of the mistakes that people do, and why people don't get a higher rank is because that particular trick. Because if you don't do that, you're basically wasting a lot of time. So recommend quitting and then continuing. Don't continue straight up, just quit and continue. And of course, use skips. Use the grenade skip. It's on YouTube. You can type in grenade skips, or skips from the game. You got the goat head skip. You have the moon and sun skip, and you have the bulldozer, the wrecking ball skip. Use these skips. These skips are mandatory and can help you to get through the game much easier and much faster. It gets through the game. It's gonna be kind of like a bit easy. And if you play on professional and you got the S+ on professional, I would recommend getting the chicken hat to use, because you're gonna need the chicken hat. If you don't want to do it with the chicken hat, that's fine. It's up to you, really. So it's up to you. So yeah, that's how you beat the game legitimately. And once you do all of that, you basically can call yourself expert at the game. You can call yourself an expert. You can call yourself a dope gamer for beating the game on hardcore and getting an S+ rank legitimately, and not be one of those pansies who just definitely use the, have a bit of bragging rights, that kind of thing. Challenge yourself, and you can do it. If it's too tough, I recommend practicing it on New Game Plus. Try to practice getting through the game, or play the game normally on hardcore, just to get the taste of how the difficulty works. Then once you're ready, you can do it. So that's another method I tell the people to go through. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And that concludes the video, guys. That's the end. Thank you guys for watching. Both my original video, the boss guide, is be linked down below, and link down below if you guys want to watch the original game's guides. It's in the description as well to my playlist and to the boss guide video I made. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys these two videos in particular helped you out. Hopefully can help you out get through the game much easier, and you can get these covenant unlockables like the chicken hat and of course the cat ears, which everybody wants to unlock the cat ears. So if you want to unlock the cat ears, recommend watching this video. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, peace out.